the Supreme Court. It's the highest court in the land and the court with the most overhyped robes. I mean, the appeals court has basically the same robes. It's like the same quality and style. It just doesn't have the logo. So much cheaper. And this week, the Supremes heard arguments on important issues, like whether health insurance has to cover birth control and whether robocalls are protected as free speech. Now, if you ask me, robocalls should not be protected, all right? They're basically unsolicited dick pics for your ears. You never asked for it, and they never make you more interested in the product. But I guess that's for the Supreme Court to decide, not me. Although they won't be deciding it in the court, because like a lot of us right now, the justices are working from home. Yeah, for the first time ever, they're holding Supreme Court hearings over the phone. And it turns out that conducting court business by conference call isn't going as planned.
Well, it was an awkward moment during the first ever Supreme Court arguments held by phone. At one point during the hearing, something unexpected was heard as a lawyer was speaking. Listen closely.
And change these laws that apply to banks. And what the FCC has said is that when the subject matter of the call ranges to the topics, then the call is transformed.
Yes, that was a toilet flushing. It's unclear who was the source of that toilet flush. The lawyer, Ramon Martinez, did not seem fazed or even notice the interruption. He just kept making his argument.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. One of the justices forgot to mute while going to the bathroom, or as they call it, dropping a verdict. And that's why you should always follow that rhyme. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If you're on a call with Ruth Bader, flush it later. And you know what? Don't feel bad for the person who was caught on the toilet during oral arguments. You should feel bad for the courtroom sketch artist who had to watch it all. Let's move on to nurses. They're the frontline heroes of the pandemic and the only people you thank when they stab you. Yesterday, some of them got to visit the Oval Office for a presidential reception that quickly turned exactly how you would expect.
Yesterday was National Nurses Day. President Trump honored the frontline workers at the White House, but had an awkward moment with one nurse from Louisiana who said access to supplies has been sporadic.
So PPE has been sporadic, but it's been manageable, and we do what we have to do. We're nurses, and we learn to adapt and do whatever the best thing that we can do for our patients to get the job done and get the care provided. And that's what we're going to continue to do as COVID-19 continues.
Sporadic for you, but not sporadic for a lot of other people.
Oh, no, I agree, Mr. President.
Because
Absolutely.
I've heard the opposite. I've heard that they are loaded up with gowns now.
Only Donald Trump would dismiss the concerns of a frontline nurse at a reception to celebrate National Nurses Day. If Donald Trump was a 911 operator, that would be a disaster. Hello, 911? My house, it's being robbed. Well, I've heard a lot of houses aren't being robbed. In fact, most people have told me their houses are not being robbed right now. What? Sir, I wasn't blaming you. I mean, you called me out of nowhere and started complaining. It sure feels personal. So personal. And you can tell Trump took it personally because Donald Trump has the least subtle body language of anybody on earth. I mean, look at him. Sulking like a toddler. National Nurses Day was supposed to be my day. And I really feel bad for that nurse. Because you could see she did not expect to be attacked by the president just for telling the truth. Someone should have told her, you don't disagree with Trump until you leave the White House and have a book to sell.